From the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications, your home for complete Marshall University news. You're watching MU Report.
Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us for this final edition of MU Report for the spring semester. I'm Olivia Zarilla.
And I'm Madison Davis. We are a student newscast of the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications at Marshall University. We air this broadcast not only on West Virginia Public Broadcasting, but also on YouTube. Now, on to our top story.
Student reaction to a recent tuition increase at Marshall was fast and predictable. This fall, undergraduate tuition and fees will go up about 3.5%, and as Ondo reports, many students fear such regular increases are making college further and further out of reach.
Over the last 4 decades, the cost of college has increased nearly threefold, and Marshall University is not an exception. A new tuition and fees have been scheduled for the 2019-2020 academic year. Tuition and fees will increase 3.5%. for all in-state, out-of-state, and metro students.
I'm not really even sure why they increased it. You know, sometimes there is for a purpose, but I think just as a student, we pay so much already.
It's definitely hard for college students to attend college, like high school going into college. If the tuition keeps rising, it makes it harder for us to get a higher education.
Why is college tuition keep rising? Is not the biggest questions among students.
Obviously, inflation is one of those, and also, if those that may not have been here long enough, we're still about $10 million that we've been cut from our appropriations from the state of West Virginia from 2013. You know, our costs do go up. We have a smaller student base now too. We have down students.
To deal with this issue, Marshall University have put an effort in reducing the cost by other ways.
So your president and vice president, your student body, is kind of leading an effort to use open source materials. We have also increased our institutional financial aid by over $1 million in fiscal year 19.
Most students say that if universities continue to raise tuition, even though they don't have a choice, it will drive more and more students out of college, or they will have to face a record-breaking debt on their graduation day. At the same time, it doesn't mean that students who want to go to college cannot try to find ways around it, looking for more scholarships, more grants, or just more general ways of affording an expensive, increasingly proposition. Ando, MU Report.
One positive impact the increase in tuition may have is the addition of new programs and new buildings, including a pharmacy school. As Derek Gilbert reports, Marshall is looking to open the new pharmacy school location on Hal Greer Boulevard this fall.
After beginning construction in June 2018, Marshall University will open the doors on a new pharmacy school building close to campus, as well as new housing for graduate students starting this fall. Associates of the program say having a pharmacy school right near Marshall's main campus is a huge deal for the university. Dr. Yael Brazeau, Dean of Marshall's School of Pharmacy, says having the building close by is a great opportunity for students.
I like being on this campus because it's going to give our students that real feeling about what they're here for. It's about taking care of patients and their families. And this opportunity, you're going to see people here. They're going to have an opportunity to know what a pharmacist does, how a pharmacist...
Having an on-campus pharmacy school helps attract people to the program, and hopefully we'll see an increase in interest in Marshall for graduate students, which in turn helps Huntington grow. One point of interest about the construction of these new additions to the university is that they've already helped out the area's economy by looking locally for people to work on the projects.
Of these two projects, which are approximately $44 million in construction value, approximately half of that goes towards salaries to pay the people, the workers. We have some of the most skilled craftspeople, I think, in the U.S. living in this region. And the vast majority of people that are working on this project live within a 40-mile radius.
The housing facility for graduate students accompanying the School of Pharmacy means that Marshall will offer housing catered directly to professional students for the first time in more than 10 years. Tracy Eggleston of Marshall's Housing and Residence Life will be the property manager of the grad dorms, a facility she says can tremendously aid students.
The great thing about this is it's going to be close to their classes and close to where they're doing their internships and their rotations. And so, you know, the forensic program or the School of Medicine, the School of Pharmacy is literally just steps away from their programs. And we'll be able to offer those great opportunities.
Marshall currently plans on opening its new pharmacy school location as well as its new graduate housing in August as 2019's fall semester kicks off. With all the new exciting things coming for graduate students, the coming school year for the Herd is already shaping up to be a good one before the current one even ends.
This next story showcases the talent pool of MU Report alumni. It's about community policing, and it's important in a time when some are wary of the police. Special assignment reporter Adam Stevens created this multimedia story about one nearby police agency's efforts to rebuild community trust.
I like helping the police. These guys are amazing. What they do, what they have to do, what they go through on a day-to-day basis. They see the good, they see the bad, and if I can help them out in any small way, I'm going to do it.
I don't think people realize as much that whenever you come into a city, generally speaking, we are the biggest ambassadors to the city in general, because most of the time if somebody's traveling through and they have a flat, or if they come through and they have some kind of predicament on the roadway, that is going to be the perception they have of the city of Charleston, or the folks that who arrive up there on scene. Our NAOs go out, they have air compressors, they've got battery jumpers, all those things in the car, so that they're able to help those pedestrians, or whenever they're in a situation they need assistance in their car. That community policing part of what we do in general is a huge role in society now. We're trying to change that perception over from, us and them, to a collaboration of everybody together. And we're just part of the community, and that's what we want to be seen as. We don't want to see that separation occur.
Many Marshall students found themselves too busy during the fall and spring semesters to fulfill their required internship credits. That's why summer internships are becoming more and more popular, even with drawbacks.
Whether it's paid or not, nearly every student at Marshall University is required to have an internship at some point in their college career.
I think that doing it during the summer would be a lot easier because you don't have a bunch of classes to worry about, homework. I think you have more free time.
While some are lucky enough to be able to have an internship and take enough credit hours to be considered a full-time student, others are not so fortunate.
I decided to do my internship during the summer because it would give me more time to focus on being an intern. And even though I won't spend much time with family, it will be worth it in the long run.
Internships in the summer have their perks, such as being able to focus solely on being an intern and having flexible hours, but they can also keep students thinking about school during their time of rest, or even keep them from being home with their families.
I think that being able to focus on it more fully, you'd be able to get more out of that experience and not just be worried about getting it done. You'd be more worried about what you're getting out of it.
One issue some students face when applying for summer internships is that there is a bigger competition for the spot.
One helpful tip you can use while applying for internships is to apply early. It's likely that your future boss will appreciate the promptness and excitement. Madison Davis, MU Report.
MU Report previously covered the rollout of the addition of a Denny's to Towers Marketplace, but that's only one part of the changes in store for the student dining experience coming this fall.
For many students, college is their home away from home, meaning they spend most, if not all, of their day on campus.
I've eaten at Chick-fil-A multiple times and kind of getting sick of it.
So, with over 13,000 students at Marshall, food options can be limited, especially to those with dietary restrictions.
I'm a pescatarian and there's nothing for me to eat other than the same Asian food or a veggie plate. And I'm tired. And it sucks because I don't want to have to walk all the way down 4th Avenue to go get food when it should be available on my own campus.
That's why renovations under a new 10-year Sodexo contract aim to bring new dining options to both the Memorial Student Center and Towers Marketplace, including La Familia, Huntington Market, Steak and Shake, and Main Bowl.
I feel like the options are decent, but I feel like there could be a little bit more variety.
While many students are looking forward to new choices, others say they hope among the changes are both cheaper and healthier options.
Everything that's healthier too is a lot more expensive, and that's saying something because it's pretty expensive anyway.
However, aside from changing the types of food available to students, The Sodexo-funded project will include new televisions, new layouts to help students navigate more easily, and additional registers to decrease wait time.
And while we're talking about food, Empty Bowls strives to help conquer food insecurity and hunger throughout the tri-state. Each year, Marshall Ceramics students create bowls to help benefit the Facing Hunger Food Bank.
Empty Bowls has been an event held at First Presbyterian Church for 16 years. The main purpose of the event is to help the local Huntington Food Hunger Bank and the ongoing food insecurity around the community. Marshall student Blake Murphy says that it's her first year working the event.
Empty Bowls is this Facing Hunger Food Bank organization that we do in order to raise money for the Facing Hunger Food Bank, and each bowl that's bought will feed initially 112 people.
Marshall students in the wheel throwing ceramic classes were required to throw about 25 bowls each for the event. Student Zane Pinson says that this is his first year participating and involving himself since going to college.
So my first ceramics class I took was last year, this time, so spring 2018, and I don't know, I've kind of fallen in love with it. I've done ceramic things before, but this is the first official Marshall class I had taken.
Besides purchasing an empty bowl and a cup of soup when leaving, Murphy says that it's more than just buying a piece of ceramic. Their surrounding communities are benefiting from this cause.
I really want them to take away the fact that us as a community, we do so much, and that this is more important than just buying a bowl and getting a soup. This is helping families in the area and helping people who don't exactly get the certain things that other people get. It's just really helpful.
Empty Bowls not only brings the Marshall and Huntington communities together, but it also brings awareness of hunger in our own community.
Taylor Huddleston, MU Report.
Marshall University and Christian Associates have sponsored Empty Bowls for 16 years.
The end of the semester is near, and Marshall students are preparing for exams and turning in papers. They're also preparing for other activities into the summer. Larry Lonstein Jr. reports that things will be hectic as the semester ends.
The end of the semester is often filled with anxiety as students scramble to study for exams and turn in projects such as papers. But they are also getting ready for summer.
For the rest of the semester, I have a few tests and some papers that I have to turn in. So I plan on staying home and studying and writing my papers.
Study. Probably going to start studying for them next week before Dead Week actually comes up, and then just cram it Dead Week.
I work at the Autism Training Center here on Marshall's campus, so I just plan on working and doing school stuff. I'll hang out with my friends every once in a while, but for right now, I'm just trying to get this finished.
Those students who are not graduating are making plans for what comes next.
Other than finishing my classes this semester, I'm going to work over the summer before coming back next semester so I can make some money and get an apartment and live there.
I've already graduated in my undergrad in December, but my master's is going to take me another 2 years.
The common theme for everyone at the end of the semester appears to be study, study, study. Larry Lonstein Jr., MU Report.
So are you excited that the end of the semester is pretty much over?
Yeah, I am. Hopefully some kids will be working on the internships they need to fill the rest of their graduation requirements, and then I'm sure other people will be just out enjoying the sun.
All right, that's all the time we have for this edition of MU Report. Our newscast content is generated by the students in the W. Page Pitt School of Journalism and Mass Communications. MU Report is a television lab, and we are glad you're watching. You can always catch this newscast on YouTube, and be sure to follow our reporters on Twitter and MU Report on Facebook. I'm Madison Davis.
And I'm Olivia Zarilla. Have a great day.